You know that feeling? Like you're out there fighting your battles completely on your own, walking a path that, honestly, it feels like no one else even gets. Well, today, we're going to dive deep into this powerful idea of the lone wolf. But not as some symbol of just being alone, no. We're talking about it as a source of incredible strength, a sense of purpose, especially when you're on a really tough journey. And this quote, this is pretty much the heart of everything we're talking about today. It's this perfect metaphor, right? It's about ambition, it's about struggle, and it's about that relentless drive. The one that separates the people who've kind of made it from those who are still scrapping and fighting to get there. So let's really unpack what it means to be that hungry wolf, the one climbing the hill.
All right, so first things first, we have to be real about this journey. We're calling this section the hardest walk, and for good reason. What does it actually mean to forge your path alone? Well, yeah, it is, by its very nature, a pretty solitary experience.
And let's just be crystal clear about this. This is not an easy road, not at all. It's tough, it can be totally draining, and yeah, it can feel incredibly lonely. There's just no shying away from that truth. This walk, it's hard. But here's the really crucial part. That difficulty, it isn't some sign that you're on the wrong path. No way. It's the very thing that forges you, that makes you stronger. This lone walk, it's the process that builds a kind of strength and character that, honestly, you just can't get on a crowded path. So think about it like this. You've got two choices, really. You can walk alone, but in the right direction, or you can follow the herd, maybe in the wrong one. See, the herd might offer this false sense of comfort, but going it alone, that's how you build real strength. That's how you make sure you're forging your own destiny, not just following someone else's. And that really leads to the payoff, doesn't it? The bigger the struggle, the bigger the reward. That's the promise you got to hold on to when things get tough. Just remember, the hardest walks always lead to the greatest destinations. Okay, so you're on that hard walk. What kind of mindset do you actually need to survive it? Well, that brings us to our next section, the hunger of the climb. This is all about that fight for more. It's about actively cultivating that hunger inside you. This really breaks down our main idea perfectly. You've got the wolf that's already on top of the hill. It can get comfortable, complacent. Its hunger is satisfied. But the wolf that's still climbing, oh, that wolf is always hungry. It's constantly feeding its mind, it's growing, it's pushing itself to get to that next level. That right there, that's where the real growth happens. So this should be your mantra. Be that climbing wolf. And what does that mean? It means staying hungry, not just for success, but hungry to grow. It means you're always looking forward, focused on what's next, on that next challenge. You're not looking back at what you've already done or what you've left behind.
Sometimes the best advice is the simplest and the most direct. So for anyone out there right now, in the middle of that climb, the message is simple. Stay strong and keep going.
All right, so you've done it. You've endured the hard walk, you've kept that hunger alive during the climb. So what's the reward? What does the world even look like from that amazing destination you fought so hard to reach? Well, the promise holds true. The toughest climbs really do lead to the best views. The view from that summit, it's unlike anything else, and it's a direct result of how hard that climb was. This is the thing you need to hear. Every single tough step, every moment you doubted yourself, it will be worth it, absolutely. And look, the reward isn't just the view. It's who you become in the process. You end up with a kind of strength that very few people can even understand. Because, well, most people have never been tested like that. You build a deep character, one that's been forged in solitude and hardship. These are qualities you just can't get by taking the easy road. See, that hunger, it doesn't just disappear when you reach the top. It gets rewarded. This whole journey prepares you to actually appreciate success when it comes, and it gives you the tools to handle all the opportunities that come with it. You are ready for what's next, a feast of success. So, what happens after that? After the success? Do you just stay a lone wolf forever? Well, our final section here is all about that ultimate transformation. And this is a really critical point. Being a lone wolf, it's a phase. That's exactly what it is. It's a period of building yourself up, of self-discovery, but it's not the final destination. So, how does that transformation actually happen? Well, first, you got to stay true to yourself. You can't settle or lower your expectations just to fit in with a crowd. Then something amazing happens. When you project that real, authentic strength, the right people start to show up.
your pack. They'll be drawn to you. And because of the whole journey you've been on, you're now the one who's perfectly positioned to lead them.
And that's the ultimate realization, isn't it? The entire journey, all the solitude, all the struggle, it wasn't meant to keep you isolated forever. It was preparation. The whole thing was designed to make you into someone who stands out from the crowd, someone who's capable of leading.
Because at the end of the day, this path, this climb, this transformation, it's not up to fate, and it's not up to other people. Your destiny is entirely in your hands. It's as big and as powerful as you decide to make it.
So, it all comes down to one simple question. You know the path. You know what the prize is. The choice is yours. The only question left is, will you hunt it?